The first thing I want to say is that college is as hard as you make it on yourself. Am I wrong for wanting better? Hello ladies, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I wanted to give you all a couple of college tips that I felt was very important for everyone to know when they're entering college or if they're already in college. So the first thing is majors, and I say this because a lot of students I've seen coming to college not really sure about what they majoring in or don't even know what they want to major in. And if you pick something and you're not sure about it when you get here 100%, like 100% sure that this is what you want to do, this is what you want to get your degree in, and you change your major, that pushes you back sometimes 2 or 3 years, because you have to now go back and take all those classes that you didn't take before because you changed your major. So you pretty much wasting time not knowing what you really want to do, not knowing if you really want to major in this, not really knowing what it is that you want to do. So if you're not 100% sure about what it is that you want to do, then please do not apply to college, because you're just going to be wasting a lot of time. It'll be best for you to go to like a community college first, so you can get those first 2 little years out of the way, which is basically the same anywhere. And by then you'll have even more time to figure out what exactly it is that you want to do. And now another thing is transferring. Please, 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 if you're going to transfer from one school to another school, please make sure that only is going to help you and not harm you, because I found also that a lot of students and a lot of my friends and stuff like that transferred from one school to another, and then the credits from the school they were at didn't transfer over, or didn't transfer to, or it's just a lot going on. Like, credits don't always transfer from one school to another. So if you transfer it to somewhere else, yeah, you may have 60 something credits, but only 30 of them will count towards the other school. So now you're back behind again. So please, 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 if you're going to transfer, which I don't agree with, but if you're going to transfer, please make sure that it's only going to help you and not harm you. Excuse the background noise. I have some of my residents are getting their carpet cleaned, so you're going to hear everything under the sun today, but it's fine. We're going to do this video anyway. Okay, so back to this. For freshmen, definitely you need to make sure that you are going to events around campus, and also you're trying to get involved in group organizations and stuff like that. Not group organizations, joint organizations and stuff like that. And also you need to check your school's page every week or so, or every couple of days or whatever, just to see like what's going on, because that is updated like almost every day from what I've seen. And they have like a lot of information, like scholarship information, how to get community service, like all types of stuff that's going on around campus and around the school area, where you can get involved in the community, like really get really involved, honestly. And so that just looks good on you, especially when you're like trying to join other organizations, you're doing volunteer work and stuff like that. It really looks good for you. So just try to check your school page. It's not nothing. If you check Instagram, you can check the school page every single day. Like, I've found a lot of good information off my school page just from just going to look at it. Most of the time it's right when you click on the home page. All the information or all the updates are right there in your face. So why not just go look and see like what's going on. When it comes to classes, make sure you actually go to class. Now, I have the hardest time with going to class because I am not a morning person at all. I love to stay up all night, and then when it's time for me to go to bed and get up in the morning, I hate it, which is the reason why I don't go to class nearly as much as I should. Don't be like me. Do not be like me, because I miss so much stuff. But I also have friends who take the same classes as me, so I don't really miss too much. But I just be like, every morning I hate getting up. I hate it with a passion. I'm trying to get better, I really am, but it's hard for me. And if you're anything like me, I know how hard it is. But just please try to go to all the classes that you possibly can. And another good thing though, with like getting to know people and stuff like that while you're in class and while you're in college, is that if you have class group chats, a lot of my friends do that. They all get into group chats together. So if you do so happen to miss a day or miss a class or whatever, you can just text them in the group chat, ask them what's going on, what happened, can you take a picture of your notes, send it to me, all that stuff. That really helps out a lot. And when you're doing research papers, instead of just going to Google has another little feature where you can type in scholar.google.com, and this has like all of the scholarly essays and research and stuff like that on the topic that you're looking for, all in one place. So it's Google, but it's the scholarly version. There's also another way to get to it without having to type it in. type it in your search engine, but I don't know exactly how to do it. That's the easiest way for me. But it has all the scholarly written essays and research paper all in one area, so you don't have to, pretty much piece together, can I use this or not? Everything that's there you can use as research. Also, when you're doing group projects, you should use Google Drive or Google Docs or whatever it's called. I think it's Google Docs, and this is where you can open up one document. So say you all have to work on a group paper, so you can open up on Google Docs, you can open up a Word document on Google Docs, and everybody can have access to this one Google Doc paper, and everybody can type on it and everything. So if it's me and another person, we don't ever have to even meet, because I can open up the Google Doc, give the other group mate access to it, start typing my half of it, and then they can see what I've typed and everything that I've done while I'm typing it as well, and they can start typing their own portion as well from that same document. So two people can be working on the same paper at one time, just from their computers, because of Google Doc. You can do this with Word documents, PowerPoints, anything really, anything that's Microsoft, you can do this. You can use this for that. Okay, so the next thing is study your notes from class within 24 hours of the class period or class time. And I say this because by the time you get 2-3 days later, you have more work that you have to do. So if you wait 2-3 days later and you're trying to study, all this information at one time, you're packing up your brain for absolutely no reason, when you can just look over your notes, literally just read what you wrote in class. Okay, the next thing is, I know for the most part, a lot of us who go to college and stuff like that, we never really had bad grades before. And you may experience your first bad grade in college. You may get a couple of bad grades in college, to be honest. It is not the end of the world if you get a bad grade. I have gotten F's in classes, and it's fine, because you can retake those classes. It doesn't really push you far behind too much unless you just fail everything. But I mean, it's okay. It's gonna be fine. Like, college is new experiences. It's not like high school and stuff like that. So I mean, a lot of people have gotten their first F in college, gotten their first D in college, and it does feel like, dang, like, oh my God, this is the end of the world, but it's really not. You will be fine. As far as freshman and sophomore, it is best for you all to do your very, very, very best at the beginning. So when you're a freshman and sophomore, that's when you need to do perfecto. Do it the best that you can to get the best grades you possibly can, because otherwise you're going to be playing catch-up game for the rest of your college career, because you did terrible while you were a freshman or a sophomore. Those are your pretty much golden years. If you do great while you're a freshman and sophomore, if you do get an F later on down the line, when you really get into your major courses, like I said, it'll be fine, and you'll have a lot more room to, kind of mess up in between time, because if you mess up a lot before and then you mess up when you get to your major classes as well, then you just playing the catch-up game. Like, it's terrible trying to catch up. I know you want to do everything in the world. You're free. You can have fun. You can do whatever you want to. But just please stay on top of your grades, because, like I said, if you make good grades at the beginning of your college career, which is your freshman and sophomore year, you will be set when you come to become a junior and senior. You have room to kind of mess up, not do so great, make a C or so, and you're fine. Okay, so other tips that I have are use your student ID to your advantage. And most of the time when there's a big college or a college around a big city or something like that, you get discounts. So here where I go to school at Savannah State, I can go to the beauty supply store right up the street from me, and I can get a discount. I think it's like 10% discount on your total purchase. So I can get a discount when I go to the beauty supply store right up the street from me. All the clubs down here pretty much give you a discount. Then there's a movie theater like right around the corner from us. So anytime I go to the movies, all I have to do is show my student ID. Then I think the ticket goes from like $10 to like $6, and that's a big gap to me. Like, save my little $4 for my popcorn and my drink. So yeah, I really do use my ID to my advantage. Even when I go home, I use my ID. And even though, like, it's 4 hours away from home, but I don't care, I still use it. Like, do you got a student discount? I'm always asking that question. You got a student discount? Because a lot of times you may find they might not, publicize it, but they actually do have student discount. discount, and they will give you the discount. All you have to have is your student ID. So use that to your advantage, because they're out here trying to give us discounts. They understand we broke, we don't got no money. Okay, so another thing is it's kind of funny to me, the freshman 15. And what that is when you pack on a bunch of weight your freshman year, your sophomore year, because all you're doing is eating junk food, eating whatever it is that you want. You're not really getting too many home cooked meals because you're not at home no more. So you're pretty much eating all this bad stuff for you, and you gaining nothing but weight. And yeah, you just end up blowing up, looking like a whale all of a sudden. I personally did not go through that. Like, I'm pretty much like the same size that I was. I might got a little bit of good, but look, it's all right. But I'm pretty much the same size that I was when I left high school. And I think this is because, well, now I'm gaining, well, not gaining, I'm losing a lot more weight as well, but I didn't really snack that much. And it's hard to not to do that because you're up late, so while you're up you want to eat stuff, and then that doesn't settle well while you're, you know, when you're going to sleep, because you ate so late. Not saying that you don't need to eat late or you need to go on this whole like diet and all that stuff. You don't have to do that. But what my suggestion and what I saw really worked for me is that instead of picking up chips when I go to the store, I pick up fruit. I'll buy fruit or stuff like that to eat like later on, especially if I know I'm gonna be up late, and I'll snack on stuff like that. More healthier choices, yogurt, applesauce. Like, I eat stuff like that, but I like it anyway. But I eat stuff like that at night instead of eating chips. Now, I do eat chips. I go ham on some chips and I go ham on some popcorn, but I will majority of the time eat fruit and applesauce and stuff like that. Stuff that's a lot more healthier for me. And I don't always ride in a car everywhere. Like, I legit walk up and down my campus all the time, every day of the week. I'm always walking, and that's another way to keep weight down. Okay, and my last tip is just have fun and be safe. Please be safe. If you're going to drink and go out and party and stuff like that, just please be safe, be precautious, make sure you know your surroundings and know what's going on, know where you're going. Don't just go anywhere with anybody. Really get to know people before you start hanging out with them and stuff like that, because sometimes you just may run into bad people, and yeah, on the outskirts they may look like it's all good and fine, but in reality they could be the demons from hell, for real. So really try to get to know people before you start going out with them, and just have fun. Alright everyone, that's all for this video. Please let me know if this information was very helpful for you or not, and please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.